All right, my friends. Happy Sunday fun day to you. Aaron here bringing you your daily horoscope for January 12th, 2020. This is a very big day here on planet Earth. This is a very big day in astrology land, something that astrologers have been talking about for years, okay? Now it's been happening all week and it's going to continue through next week as well. The Saturn Pluto conjunction of January 2020. All right. Now, the last time this happened, about 37 years ago in 1982. Before that, it happened during World War II. This connection is happening in Capricorn. Okay. So Pluto is our slowest moving planet. It takes 244 years-ish to go around the sun. Okay. And Saturn takes about 30 years or so to go around the sun. Okay, so these two meet up again about every 37 years, approximately. All right, they will never again be in the sign of Capricorn, Saturn's home ruling sign. Okay, this is a very, very, very big deal as Capricorn deals with government. And we have this, we still have this uber mega. All of these planets here. It's a stellium, this uber stellium, So we have Mercury here, just, jumped ahead of the sun, connected with Saturn and Pluto earlier on in the morning in the 12th. And the sun is coming up to join them as well. And then there's an important connection that's going to be happening at the 23rd degree, connecting with Neptune. That's going to be happening till February 21st with Saturn and Pluto. Okay, let me come back here for a second. Okay, now we get the moon in Leo as well. So this is reminding us through this great change. Okay, this epic change in growth, Jupiter, our growth here in our sign of government, how we're governing ourselves, that we have this courageous leader energy. Okay, we have the fire in us. Each breath is fuel to our internal furnace, right? To our beating heart, to our driving force of life, okay? So, Saturn and Pluto conjunction is a very, very big deal. Again, it only happens about every 37 years. Being in the sign of Capricorn, this is something that hasn't happened for 1,000 years. I haven't gone back. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's a very, very, very long time ago that this happened in the sign of Capricorn. One of the earliest signs of money was the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn, okay, where the Knights Templar actually took, you had your gold, all right, and they would write you a note, and the Knights would stamp it, and then you could go pick up, you'd retrieve this gold in Jerusalem, all right. So it's like this was a huge change in the way that we governed our personal lives globally, okay. So we have, this connection going on. We also have Uranus in Taurus, which is the first time it's been there since 1934. And it's officially in. It is completed its retrograde cycle, right? So Uranus is moving forward again at that second degree. Okay, really powerful right there. So again, coming back to this, like we can, Uranus is the breakthrough, the aha moment, and Taurus is all about money, things, finances, traditions. Capricorn's about government. So it's really easy with these connections to kind of look at, a potential for a different kind of money, different kind of monetization, more like a worldly money, which is why crypto was kind of big and it still certainly is. The fad kind of went down after the Mercury retrograde in Jupiter back in 2017. Yeah, 2017. So it was a big hype at that point in time, but still, like, this is showing great change. Will it be cryptocurrency? Will it be Bitcoin? What will be the new worldly money? We don't quite know just yet, but we know that something is going to change. Something is shifting, okay? So this is a big shift on ourselves as well, and recognizing that we, you and me, are the government, that each single dollar that we spend is a vote, that we're voting for this company, we're voting for this product, we're saying yes to this, and that's absolutely huge. So it's like, what are we spending our money on? Sometimes it's like, it's just kind of a silly thing. It's a personal thing. I was like really sad about the BP oil spills, and I honestly avoid going to a BP gas station if I can make it to another, you know, and I certainly won't buy the snacks or the water or anything in a BP gas station because I don't want to vote for them. I don't want to vote for that company when they had plenty of time and resources and smart individuals that were warning them about, you know, these pipes and some of the issues that could happen, and they were ignored. You know what I mean? So it's just like taking that, and it's just like, how can we again, you know, recognize that we, the people, are the government ourselves. That we, Moon and Leo, have a courageous voice. We are the leaders of our own reality. We are not slaves to anyone. You know, you're not a slave to your job. You're not a slave to your environment. You know, we can get other jobs. We can move. We can, you know, redecorate or recreate our space to make it more fitting. You know, from the inside reflection out to where we're at. You know, so we have the magical place where this is happening, and some astrologers are absolutely, you know, striking fear into individuals about this Saturn Pluto conjunction. It's just like, look, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. If it's going to rain on the wedding day, it's going to rain. You know, like, you know, there's nothing to be frightened about. You know, we just go with the flow is the, you know, the great lessons that we're learning through this, and especially Uranus moving through Taurus. You know, it's just like a very stuck or stiff, rigid system. It's just like, no, we've got to come through and break this stuff up. You know, we've got to knock the dominoes over and reset this game up. We've got to knock the Jenga board over and start over, play again. So starting over can be frightening on some aspects, but it's absolutely necessary on others. And this is a great time right now for us to start over again as individuals and globally, right? Think globally, act locally. I love that expression because it's so true. What can I do here in my environment? What can I do to help my brothers and sisters out? You know, hand in hand, we cross the river together. Okay, now I'm gonna go chart and show you this cool connection. Okay, so Mercury's just jumped ahead of Saturn and Pluto. Okay, and we'll just go an hour forward here. Now you see that septile. Okay, fate energy. Okay, so again, we can think of government, we can think of our individuality. Okay, here's our individual ego and self-expression. This is our individual, you know, our physical bodies, our how we're represented and presenting ourselves to the world. Again, big business at large. Okay, corporations, all that kind of good stuff. And Neptune in Pisces, home in Pisces. Again, this is going to be the most powerful connection that we're going to see. Saturn's going to join this party here shortly. And again, it's going to happen through February 21st. So this is the fate train, my friends. Fate train. Again, your great-great-great-great-grandparents have never had this connection in their lives. Your great-great-great-grandchildren are never going to experience this connection ever in their lives. We get to experience it now. This is not something to take lightly. This is not just an ordinary day. This is not just an ordinary month and a half ahead of us. Okay? This is the universe. Again, astrology is just simply a reflection. It's looking into a mirror. Okay? And what's going on down here on planet Earth. So we will never experience this again. So really, you know, connecting with ourselves, and that's what this lunar eclipse was all about that happened on Friday night. You know, it's just like, this is an internal journey. You know, I can block out the outside world and retune in with myself and see what is Aaron, you know, what makes up an Aaron? What does Aaron want to create in this lifetime? You know, what about you? You know, it's just like, what do you want to create? What do you want to see? What is the kind of world you want to live in? And it's like we lead by example, and that's what this moon in Leo is all about right now, and just in general, this courageous kind of energy that's going on as well. Capricorn is that like strong leader. Jupiter up in Capricorn, South Node in Capricorn. It's still in this sense of letting go and shifting our perspective from, you know, these social norms, and just because that's what everybody else is doing, you know, it's like. My mom would always say that, you know, well, just if Tommy's going to jump off a bridge, are you going to jump off the bridge too? She didn't sound quite like that. She's a little more kind, but you know what I'm saying. And it's just like, well, no, I don't think I will jump off the bridge. You know, I think I'd like to keep my feet on the ground. You know, so it's like, well, if all of society is being pulled in this direction, and we can look back like this Lord of the Flies thing and say, like, look, what are we doing to each other? What are we doing to our own psyche? How are we representing ourselves? You know. list goes on. But it's like, if we don't identify with those things, again, coming back to ourselves and our purpose and our authenticity, and we have this magical time right now. Again, Neptune is like your dreams, okay, your desires, your imagination, your creativity. This is your poetry. This is your song, your life song. You know, the collective consciousness, you know, this one breath, prana, that we all breathe, pneuma. You know, we all breathe this one breath. We're all connected under, you know, this grand universe. All right. And we also have our individuality. So we as individuals can transform our personal lives by doing something different. We can step up and be the leaders in our personal lives, lead by example, you know. And then and you'll be surprised by stepping out of the norm, stepping out of what everybody else is doing. You're probably going to get some other people that are joining you on that, or you're going to meet other people that are also on that same journey. And what was seeming to be a lone wolf is going to have a wolf pack, okay? And that's the beauty of this conjunction in Capricorn right now, because at the 22nd degree, this is being rewarded. And that's why it's like almost mind-blowing that every astrologer is making this. I mean, again, it is what it is. It's a powerful connection. It's the call and answer to what happened on September 2001. So, you know, we all know what that story is all about. So there's a call and answer to that. Okay, so it is what it is. But at the 22nd degree, this is like saying, again, I'm being rewarded for going against the grain. You're being rewarded for being your own unique individual self. And by continuously living through your authenticity, okay, your inner light's going to shine. And it's going to shine so bright that it's the lighthouse that draws, you know, the lost ships in. Okay, so coming back to this connection here, this septile. Okay, Mercury's the first one to start it out. So our information, communication central highway. Again, how we're trading with one another. And Capricorn, again, is about government and money. You know, although this is more about possessions, material things, money. I mean, they both, you know, have a significant fact in that. Again, this is Wall Street. Cancer would be that Main Street kind of mentality. So Mercury, again, how we governing ourselves, how we're thinking about the money that we're spending, how we're thinking about what we need to spend our money on, what forms you know, of government we need to communicate about. All right, so this septile that's going to be happening, this is just the beginning of it. It's going to be happening until, again, February 21st with Saturn, and Pluto's going to take over for many more months, I believe until May. All right, May, because Pluto is a very slow-moving planet. So that septile connection that starts off tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., all right, and the sun's going to pick it up, then Jupiter's going to pick it up, then Mars is going to come through and pick it up, all right, everybody's going to connect with this. So it's like, again, we get to reimagine our own lives. We get to reimagine how we govern ourselves. We get to reimagine the world that we want to live in. We get to reimagine life as a whole. Okay, and stepping it on that leading edge and not being afraid, that fearlessness aspect, right? That fearlessness to just be my own unique individual and to be rewarded for being that. You know, the proper recognition you will receive, you know, not seeking something, but being something. Just being it. Very, very powerful. And again, this is just the beginning of this connection, because we get to, you know, again, it's like see it in your mind's eye, hold it in your hand. This is like powerful manifestation time that the universe is rewarding us with. You know, that's cool, man. And again, this is not something that happens every year. It's not something that happens every 10, 20, 30, 40 years. This you know, this connection doesn't happen in the home sign, Neptune's home sign of Pisces and Saturn's home sign of Capricorn. We'll never see it again. So it's a very special time. It's a very special day. Okay. This is also the last day that Venus is going to be in Aquarius. Okay. So it's feeling. We're feeling through this. We're feeling, you know, connecting in with ourselves, feeling and seeing a vision for the future, even if it's not right here. And then on the 13th, okay, Venus is going to move into Pisces, her favorite place to be. And we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But this is exciting times. This is very exciting times. And again, this is not your average day, not your average weekend, not your average week. This full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer kick-started this all off. and it's go time. So transformation from the inside out, like we talked about in this Cancer full moon video. An egg broken from the inside is the start of life, where the egg broken from the outside is the end of life. This is the start of life. We're breaking away from the inside out. Yeah. And transforming our lives, transforming our government, transforming our money, transforming how we communicate, socialize. The vision that we want to see of the future is now. How cool is that? All right, my friends. Thank you so much, as always, for hanging out with me. Happy Sunday Fun Day, and we'll see you tomorrow.